sort of our fix anything kind of a show. We brought in pros and they're going to help us all get the lowdown on decor. They're going to fix some DIY dilemmas. First up, we're going to try and fix an issue that women especially do not like to talk about, and we certainly don't know how to fix it. Female hair loss. The truth is 50% of women experience some form of hair loss. Here to help us understand why it happens to women and what we can do about it is Dr. Doris Day. I have friends, a friend that's very close to me, as a matter of fact, who struggles with this. And for women, when you're talking about hair loss, I mean, we all know that men are obsessed with it. Heads up, guys, it doesn't matter if you're bald or you have lots of hair. Just own it. The stick-on stuff is not the solution. But no matter how obsessed men are with this, I think for women it can be even more traumatic and dramatic to them because they associate long, voluptuous hair with their femininity, Women get really frightened if they start to suffer hair loss.
You're absolutely right. And when you have beautiful flowing hair, you actually feel sexy. It's the first thing people say and see about you, and it can take years off your looks if you have the right style, the right color, and lots of hair. But for so many women, really as many as men, nearly 40 million women suffer from hair loss, and sometimes it's their worst kept secret. They don't tell their best friends, they won't go on dates or job interviews, or they'll do things where they can't take their hair off when they go out, so they almost feel like imposters or not like a real version of themselves, and it can become all-consuming. I have women who come in with bags of hair to show me how much hair is falling out every day, and they obsess over all the underlying causes, most of which really will have nothing to do with it. But there's so much that we know, and I'm here to tell you that you're not alone if you're going through this, and there is so much to be hopeful about. And there are supplements that you can take. So I tend to be holistic where I can. Sometimes we balance women out hormonally, but there are things like Viviscal. And Viviscal is available at your drugstore, and I'm a big drugstore girl too when I can be. And this contains a fish protein, it's not a fish oil, it's a fish protein, and also silica and vitamin C.
This I've read a ton about. Data. Celebrities use this, and you read about it in ads and beauty columns.
Exactly.
And now can men use that as well?
Yes, this is for women and for men. They're actually coming out with a version specifically for men, but both women and men can take this. Now, there's so much hype. We have a very vulnerable audience when we have people with hair loss, and they will do anything, and they get sold sometimes such nonsense. So I'm always looking for clinical data and science behind the products and the treatments that I recommend. So Viviscal is great that way, and I'm very satisfied with the data and with the difference I see in my patients.
So we wanted to help out a woman who's been struggling with hair loss for years. Her name is Maureen. We set you guys up together, right? And we've been following you for what, about 6 weeks?
Right, which is early. 6 weeks exactly when we start to see the difference.
But see, that's even surprising to me that you can make progress, like visible progress, in as little as 6 weeks.
Exactly.
Because if you've struggled with something that you're self-conscious about and it's been years, 6 weeks goes like that.
That's true, and there's that hope.
Amazing.
Yes.
Let's see Maureen before. And now let's bring Maureen out and talk to her. She's been under treatment for 6 weeks now. Come on out, Maureen. A big smile. Hi, Maureen.
How are you?
You look just beautiful, and thank you for doing this. So many of my close friends in my life have questions about this, and we just think it's terrific that you're brave enough to come out here and talk about it with us.
Well, thank you.
So, wow, look at the before and after. There seems like a very substantive difference there.
Absolutely, and she's just beginning.
So, Maureen, what do you think?
Well, I have had the best experience. I'm so encouraged. I've been getting compliments. It's been easy. I take my Viviscal like I'm brushing my teeth. It's twice a day. All the treatments have been easy, and I'm really hopeful because it's feeling better. My hair feels better. My kids keep telling me, stop touching your hair, Mom, because it feels better. And I'm really hopeful that it will continue to grow and feel better.
That shot of your scalp, it really seems like it's thicker and that you're getting some new growth there. So is this typical, her response?
I'm very happy to report that it is more typical than people realize, and there is so much you can do. It's important to know what you're dealing with, what your options are, and to be realistic in your expectations. But seeing hair growth at 6 weeks is exactly when I expect to see it begin, and she's only just beginning to see how great her results will be.
It's so exciting.